Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and stop. I know that some of you did not get to finish your podcast, and I know that's disappointing because I had that experience last week when I went to one at another school, because they are interesting. But I want you to just, with the people at your table, to talk about how the person that you were, there's 3 questions on slide 4. What you learned about the person's beliefs that you were listening to, how they presented their beliefs, because each podcast, the person presents their beliefs in a different way, and how do you know how did you know it was important to them? Okay, ready, go.
I went through the whole thing looking for one, and I just got started. Yeah.
Which one did you listen to?
I didn't party. It was just something better. Well, every one of them is doesn't necessarily have writing in it. But actually, I'm serious, right? I listen to almost all of them. It's teardroppers. So I use them as mentor texts. They're all students. So I write about what you write about what's painful. So here's regular parents, they may not be educators, yes, who are compelled to listen and tell their own story. I did it for 2 reasons. One, it's a podcast, so that's going to help us kind of extend what a podcast is. Right. Two, that's
That other guy was out there all that time too, you know. Wow.
Which one did you choose to listen to?
The Art of Being a Neighbor.
I listened to that one too.
I like that.
Yeah, and so the belief was?
She was saying to find friends that have been poor. And
Yeah, relationship is,
have relationships with,
yeah, and she told her beliefs through a story, right? Yeah, through her own experience.
Yeah.
They're all two. And I find they have a connection. Something that stood out and they wanted to write. They didn't just have like a.
Which one did you listen to?
I kind of listened to 2 different ones, but I listened to the first one I listened to was called Work as a Blessing. It was kind of interesting. It was talking about how people need work. Like,
Okay, so the belief is that work is good for us.
Yes, in a lot of ways.
And how did they express that belief?
Well, I said that they kind of like tell the personal story.
Okay, through a narrative.
And hers was that way too. It was like a personal, it made a personal connection. And then I said the reason why you can tell they believe it is because they talk about it for 5 minutes. I mean, they're kind of lengthy.
Okay.
Like instead of like,
Yeah.
I believe we should all read. Everybody should learn to read. But then they like have a story, and it makes it like very believable because they
Makes you feel passionate too.
I mean, her story was
Okay, let me pull you all back together. These are some of the things that I heard. I heard a lot of people were able to share whatever the belief was that they heard from their podcast. They were able to identify the belief, sometimes based on because, like Maggie said, because they could talk about it for 5 minutes. You know, you could hear passion in the voice, or because it was a personal experience that happened to them. A lot of you said that they shared their belief through a story. A lot of them were shared through a story. So I have put on your tables a sheet of paper that looks like this, courtesy of Nikki Brown, the literacy coach at Anderson Mills. She made these, and she said I could borrow it or have it. And this would be just a good thing for you to write on your first rough draft, just a paragraph, just an idea of what your belief is about literacy instruction. You know, I'm not asking you to have your graphic organizer and all. I'm just put some ideas down about what you want to write about, what you feel like your beliefs are about literacy instruction, and why you feel passionate about that. Maybe something happened with a student or with yourself, or, you know, maybe it's not through a story that happened to you. Maybe it's through the evidence of, you know, something that you've read or seen or research.